Okay, I think it's time for us to actually start the game. Hopefully some of my friends actually show up, and then, well, for now I'll just get to quietly enjoy some Silent Hill 2. But actually, before I do that, I should probably refill my water. So give me another minute to fill up on water, and then we'll get started on Silent Hill. Actually, it'd be a good idea if I just start up the game, and then we're gonna... Oh, it's in the wrong display. Okay. I gotta fix that real quick. It's in the other monitor. Konami. Oh, okay, so I just came back to the other display. Alright. This game contains content and themes of domestic violence, emotional abuse, sexual assault, suicide, mental illness, child abuse, and other mature themes. If you find yourself experiencing a negative reaction to these themes, if you need mental health resources, please visit the link below. Press any button to continue. Let's see, what's a good place to... this place will do. Oh yeah, it's gonna get the color. I mean the water. Before I do that, let's send some invs to a couple of people that I like. Okay, let's see if anybody catches the attention of that. Now, gonna get a quick minute for some water. The water has been plopped into my table within a container. Okay. Listen, see if I can get Shane into this. I think Shane had fun watching Silent the Hill. Hey, it's me, Silent the Hill! Let's ask him real quick. I should have really named the stream Silent the Hill too. Rah. I can still do that though. Let me change the name real quick. That's funny. Silent. Silent the Hill 2. No sign of a Shinigami. Okay, I'll just quietly enjoy this game. '90s. This'll do. So, I'm gonna put the puzzle difficulty to easy because I fucking hate puzzles. They slow down the progress for me so much. And I'll actually keep the combat difficulty to hard, since that'll be more engaging for me. Bowser! Hey, it's the sink. I wonder where's the Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. Well, they went to Death Stranding, but they used to be in a bathroom too. Chin. Oh yeah, look at those skin graphics. They move upon being pressed by the hand. Oh, so that happens. So that's what happens if I tab out. I mean, it's calling myself out for my ADD.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Okay, so I do remember playing a little bit of like 20 minutes of the original Silent Hill 2, and I did try out a little bit of that same length on previous playthrough. Well, not playthroughs. Most of it I just started playing the game just to get a feel for it, see my computer can run it without issue, and well, I have a beefy computer, so
you promised you'd take me there again
sometime. Everything seems to be running perfectly.
But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I can't believe I'm finally gonna play a Silent Hill game. Well, I already have access to the first Silent Hill. I played it a little bit.
My wife's name. It's ridiculous.
Hey, Zion.
Couldn't possibly be true.
Welcome to Silent the Hill 2.
I keep telling myself. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean?
How's this silent if he's talking and making noise in a forest?
Could Mary really be here?
You see, James is in the little adjacent location called a Noisy Forest. It's like just left of Silent Hill, so right after he gets out of that, then the hill gets really silent. noisy woods. But yeah, I've never completed a Silent Hill game ever, unless you count PT. Because PT is technically a Silent Hill game, but it's so radically different from the rest of the series. Silent Hill when Noisy Mountain walks in. I wonder what happens if I walk off over there. Because I know I'm supposed to go downstairs into the woods. No turning back now. Try to leave Silent Hill in the observation deck area. Okay, accidentally got an achievement for trying to leave. No way back, it says. I wonder if it's James preventing himself from leaving, or if Silent Hill itself is stopping him from leaving, since... I don't know if you know, but Silent Hill is kind of like a sentient dimension that changes itself to specifically torture whoever's in it and torment them based on their mental issues and all that jazz, their trauma. So a lot of the monsters that exist in Silent Hill are a manifestation of their trauma. I should probably... Okay, I'm walking a little too slow. I'm just gonna sprint towards Silent Hill. But yeah, this game is really pretty. It's kind of crazy that back in 2018 I was so angry at Konami because they just stopped making any like big budget any big budget games anymore. Ever since they kind of just discontinued the Metal Gear series, but when they fired Kojima, and Silent Hill's getting canceled in 2014. So Konami like slowly been coming back from that shitty era that they've been in the 2010s, or the late 2010s. Late 2010s was just a shitty era in general. Everything just gotten a lot better in the early 2020s. Life has been good. It's just what realistic graphics meant for dreary, gloomy, foggy atmospheres, what look like places you can visit outside for free. Appreciate amazing digital circuits, bring stylish tones, it's still spooky. Okay, so kind of ignore these save files. It's just me like testing out the game to make sure that it runs. And
It's like someone's groping around my skull.
Someone's groping on the tits in my skull. My brain tits. Oh, no, wait, that's don't get me wrong, that's but just not my kind of art style, so resource heavy. I mean, I appreciate a game that like has some really nice realistic graphics, but typically those games are the first to age with every time there's a graphical breakthrough. Like back in 2014, I used to think Mortal Kombat X used to look super realistic, and now like 5 years later, it just aged horribly. So I get your point. Stylization just ages better.
I'm sorry. I was just...
Hey, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But... I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. And it's not just the fog, either.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. It's kind of hard to explain, but
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
But why?
I'm looking for
Skyrim looked great at the time, but now it looks like a crummy Unreal project.
someone.
Yeah, and it's not just the graphics that aged in Skyrim. The combat of Skyrim
My mama?
aged
I mean,
even
my mother?
worse than the
It's been
graphics,
so long since I've seen her.
because Skyrim combat, from my experience, is very face tanky, where you can't really dodge attacks very well, and you kind of just whack each other with swords until one of them dies first, with the occasional blocking if you have like a shield.
No, I hope you find it.
It's very bare bones compared to like how extensive combat has gotten with those kinds of games like Dark Souls or Sekiro, well, the Souls-like games, which I don't know if it's a fair comparison because they're some slightly different genres and type of game. Actually, Zion, do you know why Silent Hill is so foggy from a development standpoint? Have you heard the origin of the fog? I wish you appreciated Tuna 6 like I do. I feel like you would love Snack World and its combat. I mean, I do appreciate some stylization, because I think Transformers as a series actually looks better when they hyper-stylize their characters. If you compare some of the designs from like Transformers Animated compared to like some of the more recent adaptations of Transformers that kind of follow a more traditional evergreen design based on the original toys or the original cartoon. But anyways, the reason why the developers added fog in the original Silent Hill is because it used to run in PlayStation 1, and because of the resource limitations of the PlayStation 1, the game could barely render anything in front of you. So in order to like hide some of the world in front of you rendering or popping in, they decided to cover the whole place in fog so that you can't see the world render, and while also adding to the horror of like creepy stuff coming out of the fog. So it was like a very brilliant innovation and design choice born out of limitations, hardware limitations, because a lot of cool things in gaming are usually like workaround solutions based on hardware limitations. But ever since the first Silent Hill, the fog has basically become a staple to the series, and it's an integral part of Silent Hill's identity. I don't really have that much history with the original Silent Hill games. I've tried them a little bit, but people say that it's like one of the best horror game series of all time. Some people say like Amnesia and back in the day, like around 2011 and 2012, Amnesia and Silent Hill were considered some of the scariest games in the market, and that of course might have changed because after so long, but. Yeah, during that time, like Amnesia and Silent Hill were the top horror games during that decade. I just have never had the opportunity to access Silent Hill because it's been limited to PlayStation 2 for so long, and the occasional remasters on PlayStation 3, I think.
Hello? Anyone in here?
But in terms of like another Konami remake that I'm actually excited about is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Delta remake. The Snake Eater remake. I already finished the Snake Eater recently on the highest difficulty, so I'm looking forward to do it again, but with better controls and better graphics. Now I'm curious how much this game is going to age, in terms of like the designs and the scares, especially for if it's a depending on how faithful the remake is, because I don't know, always been very desensitized to horror games because I just play so many of them, and it's been really difficult to find any of them that really appeals to me. Because one of my favorite horror games recently has been Amnesia: The Bunker, because of how well designed the gameplay systems are to contribute to the horror. Whereas this one is Silent Hill seems to be more of a story-based horror game, and which isn't necessarily bad, but it's more so like it's going to have to rely on a very certain type of scares outside of like scares that depend on the gameplay loop, which is a lot. Which I assume is going to be very similar to Resident Evil 4, which I still haven't played because of the third-person camera perspective. Even though I've seen how the camera perspective is different in the original Silent Hill 2, but this time they're adopting the over-the-shoulder camera, which makes it feel very Resident Evil-y. Yeah, I even have an inventory, so it's like third person over the shoulder camera is the gold standard for certain horror games. Oh, that's right. Got the Silent Hill map. It's a good thing that I have the little thing over there. Does the fog make rendering and pop in much easier since you can't see far? That's a very good question. Because you'd think that, because the original purpose of the fog is to, like, save up on resources, I'd imagine that they could, like, go even further with the graphical fidelity, because the fog is limiting how far you can see into the map. That's a very good question, and I don't know if that's true because I can kind of still see, but again, this is a very beefy computer, so it's handling Silent Hill 2 pretty well on its default graphical settings. I mean, I'm kind of interested in this story, but I don't know how. I'm not sure how this game is going to pull off its scares, because I know that Silent Hill is supposedly like, very notorious for being one of the first instances of psychological horror in gaming. Since like Resident Evil 2 is more of a survival horror, well, Resident Evil in general is kind of what started survival horror and as a formula, and I guess you could say Silent Hill is more of like the psychological horror, the father of psychological horror in gaming. So I'm curious, what would you define psychological horror in these days, since I don't really play too much psychological horror anymore. It's become an increasingly rare genre, especially because well, I've been I don't think I found anything that would of my tastes that would fall under that genre of horror, since I specifically prefer survival horror.
More of that stuff.
But yeah, so I really do like how Silent Hill looks. But I do wish they'd actually did what I said, like what if you actually do some of that limitations, so or you limit the rendering with the use of the fog in order to have even higher frame rates than ever before. Because you can have like such graphical fidelity in such a small area that's being rendered.
Hey, wait.
I'm actually curious if I actually enjoy Silent Hill, because my favorite Silent Hill really is just PT, and that one is radically different from all the other Silent Hills. Oh, what happened here? It's like a big old hole that tore the road in half. Actually, my most frequent experience of Silent Hill itself, as the map, is the Left 4 Dead 2 mod of Silent Hill. That's like a faithful recreation of the entire game, reformatted into Left 4 Dead's gameplay. Actually really enjoyed that mod, but only problem is that it also has the cryptic puzzles of the Silent Hill series. Because even PT has very cryptic puzzles that make no sense. Which is why I'm so glad that at the beginning of the game I can actually set the puzzle difficulty to easy. And to compensate, I'm going to set the combat difficulty to hard. Where the fuck am I going? Okay, it's this way. Man, so many people of my generation are gonna be so fucked if we didn't have Google Maps. Turn right. At the light, go left. At the mangled corpse, head straight. Where am I going? I don't know, because I found all of the blocked off areas, so I don't remember where the fuck I'm supposed to go. I was probably supposed to follow that zombie. I don't remember. Is there anything else I can find in the flower shop? It's weird because I progressed a decent chunk into Silent Hill 2 in my test playthrough of like the first 30 minutes of this game, and now I'm completely lost. So I'm kind of just walking around like a headless chicken. Blurp. godless freak. Godless! Oh, wait. Yeah, I honestly don't remember where I had to go. This is exactly why I kind of also like quit Silent Hill 2, the original, because it very early on it's just a where the fuck do I go kind of game. As a term was coined by the angry video game nerd. Not a very clear objective mapper does. Not at the moment, but I know later in the game it was a lot more clear, but because it just highlighted areas where you have to go. Okay, I think I have to go to Gonzalez restaurant. Sounds like a Mexican restaurant. Oh wait, yeah, no, I could follow the blood trail. Oh wait, I think it's over here. I think I remember now. I'm supposed to follow the blood. Oh yeah, do you hear those sloshy mud steps? Every time I walk. Because I'm walking on mud, so it's gonna be all sloshy.
Hello?
This mud sounds like mud. This demon also sounds like a demon. Isn't it great? Isn't it great when the sound design is what it should be? Ooh. It's the health drink from Kirby. Which is apparently based on some kind of a medicinal drink in Japan. A very specific brand. I thought the health drink in Kirby was based on some kind of like iced tea, but no, it's an actual medicinal drink. I wonder if I would have been able to find it during my trip to Japan. Not sure if it would be a good idea to drink it though, because I don't think it's gonna be like a probiotic. Because I love probiotics. They usually taste pretty good. Ever had a Yakult, Zion? I don't know if you have Yakult in your area of this part of the country. No? Okay. I'll explain to it after I kill that zombie over there.
Stay back.
Give him the Dead Space treatment!
Is this what I saw in the fog?
I'm not gonna lie, actually, I like how the...
It's not human.
I kind of like how the combat feels with the melee weapons. I haven't tried Callisto Protocol yet, but I want to play Callisto Protocol because of the combat. It's very melee focused. But like I was saying, Yakult is kind of like imagine like a sort of like a milky yogurt flavored drink in a small bottle, and they usually come in packs of 5. And those are usually considered like medicinal, like because they're probiotics. So like they're good for promoting the development of beneficial microorganisms in your intestines. And what's interesting is that the people in like kind of like Danimals yogurt, but not as sweet. It's kind of like not supposed to be like too. It's not really supposed to be a yogurt. I don't know how to describe it. What is this? A syringe. I wonder what's in it. But okay, like I was saying, the people from Bali treat the Yakult like a medicine. Some drinkable vanilla yogurt right now? Yeah, that does sound good. Maybe not yogurt, because I usually don't drink yogurt. Or eat it. But I know, like, I once stopped to a store to buy a full pack of Yakult. And the guy that was driving us around in Bali, when he saw me that I drank the entire pack, all the 5 bottles in it, he's like, "What are you doing? It's dangerous. That's medicine." And like, no, don't worry. I drink these up in like 5 packs all the time, especially in Mexico. Like we don't really treat Yakult as like a medicine. We just see it like as like a sweet drink.
Are you Mary?
But it's very weird, like how some certain consumables are perceived in different cultures and countries. Okay, so what happened after all this? Okay. I think I'm in another section of Silent Hill.
What is that?
Bar Neely's. Neely's Bar. Okay, and that's how I actually get information like where I need to go. Now this game isn't so cryptic because the map actually tells me where I need to go. If you're reading this place is not what it seems. Sometimes you just have to look behind. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Run away! Oh yeah, that spooked me a little bit. I'm like walking way too slow because I'm trying to be cinematic. Well, yeah, so far some of the ambient sound effects are pretty creepy. It's actually wild that I actually get to see Silent Hill in this kind of graphical fidelity, because the last time I ever saw Silent Hill like this was in the ending, the PT ending, and we just barely got a glimpse of it. Oh yeah, something that that they brought back from the original Silent Hill that I'm noticing is the radio. The radio starts making really creepy noises when it's near a monster, like this guy over there. But I can kind of just ignore the monsters as long as I don't approach them. Don't worry, it's just another day in Seattle during rainy season. I know, Zion. Has it ever gotten foggy in your hometown? Because I always make stupid Silent Hill jokes every time it gets foggy anywhere I go to. It really gets foggy. Are you like in the more desert area? Yeah, I kind of usually more in the desert area of Texas, or like in the more humid part. I'm pretty sure you're in Texas if I remember. I don't know if you're still in Texas. Start smashing the thing, had to throw him out, he ran up, then he tried to fix everything. Groovy. By the Pharmacy, Apartment 9. Oh wait, that's just a save point. Gonna need a key for that. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Which holes are you talking about? Your area's a humid subtropic climate? That sounds nice. I live in a godforsaken desert. Can you be quiet? I'm trying to look at the map. I like how I can just be very chill with the monsters for now. I can be very passive with the Silent Hill residents. A residence of evil, full of evil residents. Didn't I come from here? This place, all it's ever brought me is pain and misery. This place, all it's ever brought me is pain and misery! Oh, I right-clicked out of the game. Oops. Uh-oh. Silent Hill? Game?